Okay, so this is me cleaning out my brush and my bowl after I shave. So just as an example, this was my brush and my bowl after I shave. So the first thing I do is I just put the bowl down and let hot water run, because I don't care about the temperature that's going into the bowl, because it's hard plastic and it can take really hot water. So I just kind of, this bowl has ridges underneath, so I kind of go through. And then I'm just gonna put that off to the side and I'll dry that off later. I just wanted to get the soap residue out of it. So now I've still got on hot. I'm gonna turn on the cold water so I just get kind of lukewarm water. And then basically what I'm gonna do, by the way, when you're going towards the last part of the shave, you should always squeeze out this soap. Now it's kind of watery, but you should squeeze out that soap. It's referred to as the crema. It's some of the smoothest, silkiest soap that you've managed to create in a lather in your brush while you were building a lather. So I usually use that, squeeze it out, and then apply that soap to my face for my last shave, just so I'm not wasting and throwing away down the drain here the best soap that I've created, the best lather I've created with that soap. So anyway, you can see that I'm basically just taking the brush and kind of opening it up like a flower and letting the water go straight into the center. Now this is not hot water. It's not like, you know, water that's hot enough to cause the glue to separate. But I'm just sitting there and opening it, and then I'll just kind of rub it in my hand to let everything kind of work forward. Open it again. Occasionally I'll go and I'll squeeze it out just lightly, and that'll make the water shoot straight out the center. And if I were to then flick it, there's not a lot of water left in there. So I do this for probably, I don't know, 30 seconds, or until I feel like when I put water in here, I don't see soap residue come up anymore. Also, I can feel it on my fingers, kind of scrubbing my fingers in there. And if I just feel water and fiber, then I think I'm done. So I'll turn off the water. Again, I'm just kind of placing my fingers in a ring around the knot, about the middle, and just not yanking, just kind of squeezing. It shoots the water straight out the middle. I'll shake that a couple times, and then I'll come over here to my towel, and basically I just go up and down. I might go kind of diagonally. I don't really go side to side, just because it's, what I'm basically trying to do is brush this against the towel while I am also kind of flicking it. I could just be flicking it out here and letting any residual water go against the towel. But I'm just brushing it against the towel to get any excess liquid, any moisture that I can out of the brush. And the way I test that at the end is I do just flick it against my hand. And if I don't feel any water coming off, then I have gotten as much moisture out of this brush as I feel like I'm going to get, and as much as I need to get. At that point, the question becomes, do I let it air dry like this, or do I have it dry hanging upside down like this? And there's plenty of schools of thought on that. You'll notice on my rack here that I have some of both. And what it really comes down to for me is not a preference, because I think one works better than another. It has to do with whether the shape of the handle fits in my rack or not. And if it doesn't, then it's sitting up on top. And I've had no problem with any of these knots being something that ends up, you know, the moisture gets in there and rots it out. I've had many of these for a couple of years and do this exact same thing.